Colombia, a country known for its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, is also rich with chilling myths and terrifying legends. These stories, passed down through generations, have not only become part of Colombian folklore, but also inspire fear in locals. Some of these tales originate from ancient indigenous beliefs, while others are the result of the blending of colonial, Catholic, and African traditions. Here, we explore the top 5 scariest myths and legends from Colombia. One of the most infamous legends throughout Latin America, La Llorona, also has deep roots in Colombia. The story revolves around a woman who, in a fit of madness or despair, drowned her children. Stricken by grief and regret, she wanders near rivers and lakes at night, weeping inconsolably and searching for her lost children. The sound of her cries is believed to bring misfortune or even death to those who hear it. In Colombia, La Llorona is a spectral figure that embodies both sorrow and terror. She is said to appear dressed in white, her face hidden by her long, dark hair, and her moans can be heard in the dead of night. Parents often use the story of La Llorona to frighten children into behaving, warning them not to stray near bodies of water alone. However, many adults also take this legend seriously, claiming to have encountered a ghostly figure near the Magdalena River or in remote rural areas. El Silban, or the Whistler, is a terrifying ghost story that originates from the Llanos region, which spans both Colombia and Venezuela. This legend tells of a young man who, after committing the sin of killing his father, was cursed to roam the earth forever. His punishment, to carry a sack of his father's bones and to be constantly haunted by his deed. El Silban is often described as a tall, skeletal figure, dressed in ragged clothes, who wanders through the countryside. The most chilling aspect of his presence is the eerie whistling sound he makes, which resembles a musical scale, with high-pitched notes followed by deep, low ones. What makes El Silban particularly frightening is the way his whistle works. If you hear the sound nearby, you are safe, but if his whistle sounds distant, he is actually close by, stalking you. According to the legend, El Silban preys on drunkards and womanizers, punishing them by taking their souls. Many in rural Colombia still believe that hearing his whistle is a bad omen, especially on lonely roads or during the night. La Madremonte, or Mother of the Mountain, is one of Colombia's oldest myths, with origins tracing back to indigenous cultures and their reverence for nature. She is depicted as a powerful, nature-bound spirit who fiercely protects the forests, rivers, and animals from those who seek to harm or exploit them. La Madremonte is often described as a wild, fearsome woman with her body covered in moss, vines, and leaves, blending perfectly into the natural landscape. She wears a crown of twigs and is said to have glowing, green eyes. According to the legend, she appears during storms or in places where nature has been disrespected, especially if humans have cut down trees, hunted animals unnecessarily, or polluted the land. Those who encounter La Madremonte are driven mad or lost in the wilderness, never to return. She is also said to bring floods and storms to wash away the damage caused by humans. In many rural parts of Colombia, People still avoid certain forests at night, fearing the wrath of La Madremonte. Almohan is another terrifying figure from Colombian folklore, primarily known in the Andean and Caribbean regions. This creature, often associated with rivers, lakes, and fishing communities, is believed to be a malevolent water spirit who haunts fishermen and women. Almohan is typically described as a monstrous being, part human and part animal, with a heavily bearded face, glowing red eyes, and long, sharp claws. He's sometimes depicted with the body of a fish covered in scales, reinforcing his aquatic nature. The legend of Almohan often revolves around his love of gold and beautiful women. He is said to lurk in the depths of rivers, stealing the treasures and catches of fishermen. Worse, he is also known to abduct young women, dragging them down to his underwater lair, never to be seen again. In some versions of the tale, Almohan can shapeshift into a handsome man to seduce women before revealing his true form. Many Colombian fishermen and sailors still tell tales of strange encounters with Almohan, warning others to be respectful of the rivers and to avoid venturing too close to the water's edge at night. El Sombrerón is a lesser-known but equally frightening figure in Colombian folklore, especially in rural areas. This mysterious man is said to appear wearing an enormous black sombrero, his face partially hidden in shadow. El Sombrerón is often portrayed as a trickster spirit, but his presence can quickly turn deadly. According to legend, El Sombrerón targets young women, especially those with long, beautiful hair. He follows them at night, serenading them with a haunting melody played on his guitar. Once captivated by his music, the women fall into a deep, trance-like state, unable to escape his hold. He then braids their hair while they sleep, tying them to his control. If a woman falls completely under El Sombrerón's spell, she wastes away, losing her will to live. To break the curse of El Sombrerón, families would often cut their daughters' hair and sprinkle holy water around their homes. This legend serves as both a ghost story and a cautionary tale, warning young women to be careful of strangers, especially mysterious men who seem too good to be true. In conclusion, these 5 terrifying myths and legends, La Llorona, El Silban, La Madremonte, Almohan, and El Sombrerón, are an integral part of Colombia's rich cultural fabric. They reflect deep-seated fears about nature, morality, and the unknown, and continue to be told in both rural and urban communities. While some view them as mere superstition, others take them very seriously, believing that these spirits and creatures still roam the Colombian countryside, ready to punish or protect, depending on one's behavior, whether as a means of passing down moral lessons or as genuine supernatural warnings. These stories are a testament to the power of folklore, keeping a nation's identity and collective imagination.